Hey, what's up, guys? It's Grid. I got another video for you. We're back. We're back. The return of the Queen. Queen of the Forest build. I know it's not as fast. Well, it's definitely not as fast because the Queen of the Forest is super nerfed, right? So, you know, last league we were going, what, 300 movement speed as a trial of Sekhema farmer? And then there's another build where outside of the trials, you're still at 100 MS, 8k energy shield. You know, what was it? I don't know. I forget what the DPS number is, but now that's all gone. It doesn't work at all outside of the trial. I mean, maybe you could, but these are the stats of what it is right now. We'll go over the stats first. So our evasion is pretty high. It's 92%, and that is a lot. You get hit maybe once every 20 hits, right? But if you look at our energy shield, yeah, just look at it. Not even gonna say what it is. As far as the resistances, I don't even have them capped because this is specifically a trial of Sekhema farmer, and there's no danger whatsoever. And I didn't even calculate this these resistances when I bought the gear. I kind of was just getting gear. The most important things when you're getting gear, if you can, right? Not if you should, but if you can, is on your rings. You want as much all elemental res as you can get. But I'm also not trying to like pay 5 divine, right? So this is what I've got. We'll price check these as we go. Or actually, let me go finish all this. Let's go do all this, right? So max life, 1600 dog shit. But you know, in trial of Sekhemas, you'd never have any like fear of like dying, essentially, because you're moving so fast. You have so much evasion. It's great. It feels really good. Let me mentally prepare not to spam me. Hell yeah, or spam, whatever. So evasion rating. I guess I was wrong. I thought it was at 70k, but we're at 34. I think this is with the boon. Well, I'm at 70. And then with both boons, I'm at 90k. So outside of the trials, we're at 34,000 evasion rating right here. These are my resistances. Right, the big thing in the bottom, movement speed modifier. Outside of the trial, we're at 42.9. After we roll, after dodge roll, I think it's at like 44, something like that. Yeah, 44.6 after a dodge roll. That buff lasts for about maybe 2 or 3 seconds. I think more like 2 seconds. So those are the stats, right? Let's look at the gear real quick. Not quick. So I'm still using a trench timber. I like this. I just haven't changed it. You can use a sun splinter if you want to have more levels on your what do you call them, storm mages, or if you're using snipers, whatever. Because with this build, it's any minion viable, right? You're just putting on the gear and then picking the DPS of your choice. But if I take this off, I didn't even actually look into this. Let me see how many mages can I have. 8. I only lose 1. It's not bad. I have a whole 26 spirit, so I can get this. But I don't think the 1 level with the sun splinter is really necessary, so I'd rather have this on here just to have the extra spirit, so I can have 10. Ooh, wait a minute. No, never mind. So if we take it off, we lose 2 storm mages. Yeah, that's a lot. That's a whole 20% of DPS just gone, right? So I prefer to not do that and have this. This is the gear I've got. So I did buy new sets of gear. The only thing that's the same that's with my other setup is the belt, the scepter, and this is a +4 minion skill scepter, and then the trench timber. As far as the headpiece goes, I have this, right? Every piece of gear you're gonna want intelligence on it. The reason why you want intelligence on it is because we're running a heroic tragedy, and in this season, the heroic tragedy is not 40 divines. Thank God. Thank God, because I would never be able to afford it. So anyway, right? We've got 15 intelligence on the helmet. Just get what you can get. You don't have to try to look for perfect stats and get like 30 intelligence or anything like that. But if you look at it, right, let's price check this. I got this sucker for 2 divines, I think. I get lucky at like shopping. I don't know. Like a forager genes, you know? Hunter-gatherer. Probably a fucking gatherer. Okay, so 400. Oh, this is +1, 2. So 2 divines, right? Pretty good. Oh, this is even better than mine because it's 25 int. Well, it's 420. The reason why you want max energy shield too, the higher the number of energy shield, the better, is because we're using the passive node for subterfuge mask. And for subterfuge mask, every 1 energy shield is 2 evasion. So although you do get 10% more intelligence, I think it's like every 2 intelligence is 1% increase evasion rating, and flat energy, which turns into evasion, I think is better than just an extra 10 intelligence. So if you look at these, it starts to get pricey. The one that I bought, I'm pretty sure I remember buying this for 2 divines. All right, let's just peruse. Here's a 492 if you really want to max out. And look at this guy. This one's really nice if you feel like you want to be just like living in Trial of Sekhemas, right? And you're willing to pay money. This is 492, 31 int, and it's also got a little bit of ice, cold res. So really nice stuff if you're willing to come out the pocket for it. Let's look at the amulet. So I have immaterial allocated on this. We'll talk about immaterial really quick, even though that's a passive tree thing. Immaterial's right here. So 30% increased evasion while you have energy shield. You also get 50% increased evasion rating if you have taken a hit, and then, you know, energy shield recharge starts. Right, let's go look at that. I think I got this for cheap. The way I looked it up was I looked up for evasion rating, spirit, and minion skills. Let's go see what's one that's exactly like mine, 35. So 4 divines, right? The thing, if you're lucky, if you can't see, like it jumps immediately. This is exactly the same thing that I was experiencing when I was buying gear for this. I think I paid under 4. I'm pretty sure I paid under 4 for this, but it was like super cheap. And then the next one, fucking outer space. But the reason why is because it's got, you know, plus all attributes and all that kind of stuff. What you're really looking for, I got lucky and I got a max roll. So you want to try to get as high increased evasion rating percentage as you can. It'll help out a lot. The rings. Now the rings is where it's at, right? If you buy these guys fully set up, like with max quality, 40 evasion rating at 270, it's going to cost a lot. Let's say you always want to get them with intelligence too. So we'll keep it at that. And then we'll leave the resistance open. See, nothing even comes up. Slap in 200 in there. Boom, perfect. This is what you want. This is great right here. The only thing is this guy is missing any type of resistances. So, see, not bad. 12 fire resistance, 32 int. And the prices are super cheap. Usually if you find ones that are in like the 270 range, that have already been qualityed, they end up becoming like 3 to 5 divine. So don't do that. Don't buy one that's 3 to 5 divine. Buy one that's like within the maximum range of a T9 evasion, right? I believe it tops out at 203. So get something like 200 or more, and then just quality it yourself. I'm trying to see if we can find one that has cold res. So this is really nice, right? 11 cold res, you know, intelligence, and it's got strength. See, like, look at this guy. This is pretty good. Exactly the same as mine, but better. But it has lightning modifier. Ugh, don't do that. If you get one that has a modifier already on it, don't get it. You want to load it up. This would have been perfect. It would have been 32 int, exactly the same, 44 for 30x, right? And it has a little bit more evasion rating. Mine is a 195 base, right? So here, so they go around from like 30 exalts. Here's a 27 fire. Oh, here's a double, right? Look at this guy. This is really nice if you wanted to do this. It's got double res, 32 int. So it looks like the market is starting to like stack with these rings. I remember last season what I did was I had a bunch of extra rings from like trying it out, and then the build caught on and I was able to flip and turn some divines. I didn't overcharge, but you know, not saying you could do that. You could do that. See, so not too bad for rings. 2 sets of rings. The body armor for the Queen of the Forest, the one that I have is 900 evasion, 930. So if you take a look at this, right, this is where it can start to go up. So a couple divines, 949. Pretty decent if you wanted to play this. This is decent. 2 divines, 949. We're still, for the Queen of the Forest gear itself, we're still like what? Under 10 divines? See, 952, it's better than mine. Mine's 931. 983, now we're pushing in. So this is probably the highest one I've seen. Let me see if there's a 990. 6 divines for a 992. 998 is 9. So, but then if you're getting just a little bit, like 70% more flat evasion, maybe it converts to like something like maybe 3 movement speed, something like that. And then 3 movement speed outside of the trial converts to maybe like 7 inside the trial. Gloves. Also, for all the gloves, I always try to spec 300s, right? We'll look at the gloves. Gloves can get expensive. The boots is the one where you could save quite a bit and get a lot of evasion because you don't need move speed on it. So once again, you want some type of intelligence. And there's nothing. Damn. Take out the res off. Damn. Let's take the base off. There you go. So 380s. This is really good. But there's also no resistances on it. Let's see if we can get one. Ooh, so 6 divines, right? Lightning res. This is really good. But now we're starting to push into like min-maxing and starting to get really expensive. But this is also nice because you got dexterity in here. And the more dexterity that you can allocate out onto your gear, the more intelligence you can put on your tree, and the more move speed you can get. So this is actually a really good piece of glove right here if you're really dead set on like, I'm gonna minion farm Sekhema and I want to min-max my minion farm build. The belt, I've had this belt for a long time. Just get any triple charm, 3 res belt, charm slots. All right, affordable. Anything to just kind of help your resistances. And then the boot right here, evasion rating as high as you can get. Oh, you know what? Maybe that's why that glove was good, because it was a pure evasion glove. I didn't check it. You want evasion energy shield hybrid for your gloves and your boot. So let's look at this. Right? Nothing. 5. Oh, this is not bad. So evasion rating 416. So this is actually better than mine, but it well, yeah, there you go. It's 28 intelligence, and you get cold and lightning. So you can really score on a good boot because none of these boots have movement speed, right? So you can easily jump on, find something for like 5 exalts that'll really kind of help out your evasion rating. Just gotta quality it up, put in a couple sockets, that whole deal. So that's it for the gear. The gear is pretty easy to get. It's not that expensive, not like last season. So let's look at the passive tree. This is how I have it allocated right now. So we'll start off with the Lich Ascendancy. I'm going off on the right. Usual Eternal Life stuff, Soulless Form. In my phylactery, my advice is try to get something with Presence of Area in it, because I'm not taking the Spirit and Presence of Area node cluster on the left. Right, Energy Shield, Rupture the Soul, or Necromantic Conduit for Unholy Might. Coming up this way. And I'm going straight towards Relentless Fallen first. Then I'm coming up here. Right? And then pathing out this way so we can get our reservation. There's a jewel socket right here. I'm using Grand Spectrums. I have just enough Energy Shield, just taking the big nodes on the way. The important things too is this 25 intelligence. This what is it? It's 2 intelligence for 1 evasion rating. So this is like 14 evasion rating. And this is important right here as well. I tried trials without this, and I noticed my minions would die. After I put this on, there's a big difference in their survivability just for these 3 points. It would be nice if I could just have 1 point, like this one over here. Before, when I was pathing this way, up to the left and this way, I had this node, and I had these guys too. The Spirit and the Presence of Area. But my movement speed wasn't 70% in the trials. It was only at, I think, like 45. So I changed all that. I got rid of all the points over here. So that way we have the best chance of hitting at 100 movement speed in the trial. But yeah, this I think is really important. This will really help your minion survivability. We'll look at the minion stats after this. So coming through here, if you see all this green, all the green weapon set too, that's just skills allocated for Sigil of Power. For area skill effect duration and area size. I think it's mostly just skill effect duration though. Oh, here you go, area of effect. Okay. So here you go, the Heroic Tragedy, right? You gotta get one that's the line from Alroth. It has to say this. If you don't get the the Allroth one, you're not going to get Black Scythe training on a major passive node. So what this does is when you socket it in here, right, the next closest major passive node is this one. Oh, it's Knightly Tenets. It's not called Black Scythe training anymore. Interesting. But yeah, so what this does is that instead of getting mana for intelligence, every 2 intelligence, you're going to get 1% increased evasion rating. That's why on your gear, if you do have dexterity, if you have a dual stat like dexterity and int, that's the best. Strength, you don't want strength. So that way you can allocate more nodes of just straight up intelligence and not have to put dexterity points in your passive tree, which gives you more movement speed. Right? And then we're pathing over here, taking these energy shield and evasion hybrid nodes, coming down, taking this node, put it for another grand spectrum in here. Right? I like having grand spectrums because I like the overall number of minions. And then we're taking spectral ward. +1 to maximum energy shield per 12 evasion rating on equipped body armor. Ooh. Never mind, I read it wrong. Okay, whatever, this is fine. So yeah, so this will turn. This will help give yourself energy shield from your Queen of the Forest. Yeah, these hybrid evasion rating and energy shield nodes. Coming down, pathing out. This is a new one for this one too. So we have Subterfuge Mask previously, like season 1, but they moved High Alert. High Alert's right next to it, so you can take both, right? So that's good for us. I'm taking all of them, 15, and then plus this guy right here. So while on full life, 50% evasion rating. And the good thing is with Eternal Life, where your life doesn't change with energy shield on, this is basically always on, right? And if you don't know, to heal yourself, like let's say you're not at full life and you need to heal yourself, you got to put on this. Where is it at? Yo, Static, welcome in. You got to put on this thing. If you put this thing on, this helmet, Visage of Aya, gives you Eldritch Battery. You can heal your life. Go back. Put your right helmet on, and then you're good to go. So, let's talk about Subterfuge Mask. This is another reason why you want as much energy shield on your helmet as possible. Because every 1 maximum energy shield, you get 2 evasion rating. It's huge. It is very huge. Like if you look at, if I take my helmet off, how are you going to do this in the US and change it again? How are you going to do this to us and change it again? Laugh my ass off. No, this is a different build. This is the Trial of Sekhema build. So if you guys want to farm Trial of Sekhema, I'm shooting a YouTube video right now, but yeah, you're good. So like, look at this, right? Movement speed, 42.9. Take the helmet off. That's a whole 10%, right? Evasion rating percentage goes from, what, 2% change? But yeah, a whole 10% for this helmet with the 437 energy shield on it. And then you're coming down here, same as usual, pathing through here, getting dexterity and getting all these. At least if you don't know where to put points, I would put points here. And then up this way, pathing up, taking escape velocity all the way up through here. So like in the previous season, the mapping build didn't go all the way up here, but since we're in Trial of Sekhemas and you don't need that much damage and you don't need that much life, I'm just pathing all the way up here, right? And then let's talk about the anointments and the megalomaniac. So I have careful consideration on here, right? And I'm getting this through a megalomaniac, and it's hit or miss on the price of what it's going to be. I got mine for 1 divine, then the next one was 2, the next one was 3, and then after that it was 20. So you got to get lucky on that. My advice is you look for megalomaniacs that are either going to be your amulet anointment, or you swap between amulet anointment and then passives that are reasonably cheap to afford. Right, so that's that. The megalomaniac is right here. And hopefully you can get a mega that's double, right? You can get one that's like careful consideration or subterfuge mask or high alert, you know, in combination. And then the immaterial as your amulet anoint. So you go in between using immaterial for a megalomaniac or a careful consideration. And then your secondary on your megalomaniac should be something nice for your minions or yourself. Like maybe you want more survivability for your minions, you can take Crystalline Flesh, and then that'll save you these 3 points. Because just having Crystalline Flesh, I was noticing my minions were fine. So that's one thing to do. Save you 3 points. You can allocate those 3 points somewhere else. Like right here, or somewhere else, wherever you want. But that's how I have the passive tree laid out. Let's look at the minions real quick. Same setup as the usual builds, right? I have a Frost Mage in here. He's a Frosty, helping out for Muster. 2 sets of Skeletal Storm Mages, 1 for a Shock Mage, and then 1 for, you know, actual DPS. The way you do this is you just make 2 gems and you just slot them in. You notice that I actually had to get level 20 for both of them because I am super tapped out on Spirit. Say I have 0 Spirit, so if this Storm Mage costed, you know, 33, I wouldn't be able to get an extra Storm Mage. Or if my Cleric was 16 cost, I wouldn't be able to afford a Cleric. So it's pretty tight. But let's go over the stats of the ones that matter. So, well, let's go over everything. Skeletal Warrior, right? Infernal Legion, Sacrificial Lamb, Death March, Culling Strike. Your Sigil of Power, Persistence, Magnified Effect. You need this for bossing. Storm Mages, these guys are here with Bidding, Spell Echo. I have Commandment in here. You don't have to use Commandment. Just realize if you have Commandment on, their basic attack does jack shit for damage. So I use it in here because I like pressing the button, but I'm starting to think about how often I press the button, and it's not that often. So maybe I'll take this off. But yeah, Elemental Focus. You can swap Elemental Focus in here as well to give you more damage on your Storm Mages. Right? So let's look at the Storm Mages right now. It's Feeding Frenzy, Muster, Arcane Tempo, Minion Mastery, and a Lightning Mastery. These guys are the corrupted +1 gem too. So if you take a look at their max life, it's 4k. It's not that much, but it's good enough for trials if you give them enough resistances. Let's take a look at Arc. It's only 10k. That's it. 10k DPS for Arc unbuffed, as long as they're in your presence of area. So that's why if you don't have presence on your Ascendancy node, you're only going to have the stock range on the Scepter, and it's only 4 meters. Sucks. So 40% of 70, what's half of 7 or half of 4? I have about like 6 presence area with that 1 jewel in my phylactery, and luckily it's enough. I can kind of feel it a little bit, but you know, whatever. I just move closer to my minions. Full max damage, right? 10k DPS. You might think 10k DPS is low, but it's fine for solo trial of Sekhemas. I haven't tried ferrying anybody, so I don't know how it is on Xerok with like a full party of 4 or 5, whatever. Damage per second fully buffed with 4 stacks, and your pain offering is 29.6. Right, 29.6 times 9 of them. What is that? Right around 200k, which is enough. Luckily, that's enough to have a smooth Trial of Sekhema experience. These guys, Stormfire, or you know what? Let's do this first. If you put an Elemental Focus in here, right? They go from 29, fully buffed, to 31. So this is something to consider, right? If you want more DPS, the only thing is they don't apply shock. If you don't care about that, then this is like, if you want more DPS, definitely do this. I like them applying shock, even though I have a shock bot, so that's why I keep the Minion Mastery in here. The Shock Mages, Stormfire, Conduction, Overcharge, Coursing Current, and then a Lightning Exposure. Voltaic Marks in here, help with bossing. Unleash. Single outs in here, you don't need this. This is for like armor break. And then I just have some random stuff in my Terracotta Warrior. Maim and Martial Tempo. The Cleric doesn't even have a slot. I just have Last Gasp on him and Meat Shield. Conductivity is in here with Hex Bloom, the usual stuff. Focus Curse, Heightened Curse, Inspiration. And then I have an Energy Barrier in here to try to take advantage of the trick, right? If you get hit while casting Conductivity, you'll get your Energy Shield recharged. The problem is, it doesn't even work well with this setup with the Queen of the Forest because you have so little mana. If I do 2 casts, you know what I mean? I can't rapidly cast and then try to eat like an attack for Energy Barrier. So you could definitely change this to something else. The good thing is we're in trials, and once I go to the Relic Locker, you'll see that you don't even need Energy Barrier or have to worry about like not enough shield or any of that stuff. I'm also running Blink in here with Ingenuity. This is to help you with your trials, right? On your weapon swap, put it in, and you can use your Blink, bring your minions back. The way you do that, super simple. Slot in Blink in here, and then just go into your weapon swap or your weapon set 2, and then turn it on there. Right. And then you'll just weapon swap, blink, swap back. It's a good way to drop your minions off, especially in like a ritual room. I forgot what you call it, like a ritual room in trial. So you could just like blink in, drop your minions off, kill the ritual, blink back through, drop your minions off. It's kind of fun. You go back and forth. Yeah, appreciate the follow, Veben. So that's how that goes. With the paint offering, I'm only running Fawn of Blood, Ablation, and Expanse. I'm not running Dance Macabre because if it takes the cleric, now I'm down healer. I'm down a healer, right? It usually takes the Frost Mage, which I'm fine with because, you know, it's whatever. But if he takes a Storm Mage, that's like a whole, what, 10% of your DPS just gone. So I don't even take Dance Macabre. All right, so that's pretty much everything. The last thing we got to look at is the Relic Locker in the trial. So let me show you the Relic Locker. We'll talk about it. I basically have it stacked with all the relics and all of it having defenses. And they're not the ideal relics yet because I'm not farming relics. I just wanted to pump it up with defenses so we can get movement speed. Ideally, later on, you're going to want a combination of relic drop chance and as high defense as possible. And those relics can go for a lot. Let's take a look at my Relic Locker. Right? Stacked to the brim. Like if you look at this, 70% increased defenses, 70% increased defenses, 66, 65, 66, 67, 70, 65, 68, right? It's a lot. So you're getting a lot of extra defenses, a lot of extra evasion. So that way your Queen of the Forest gives you more speed. So let's go price check this real quick, right? Or you know what? Let me pull up the site. So I already have this right here. If you look at this as quantity of relics and monsters, it's 2 divine. It's a lot. So 2 divine, it's actually not that much, but still, if you start to go down towards like 20%ers, here you go. It's 8. 8 and like 11, super a lot. So let's see here. If you do without it, you can get them for reasonable prices. 9, 20, all that kind of stuff. So it's pretty easy to fill the Relic Locker at first, and then later on try to get more relic quantity, drop chance, and all that stuff. So that's what I would recommend. If you buy all these, all the relics that I have all together, it's maybe about a divine, because I got the 70s that are max are about 20x. All the ones that are 65 to 70 were about 5 to 10. So pretty good. Pretty good cost. So if we go in, right, I want to just show this. Move speed right now is 42.9. After a roll, 44.6. Go into the trial. And the trial, I think, is at 68. 68.7. After a roll, buff to 70.4. So pretty good. Not bad. And then with all the boons and everything, with the 50% boon, it puts you at 90. And then with the additional 30% boon, we're at 116. 114 to 116. So yeah, that's pretty much the build. Enjoy. Have fun. It's not that bad as compared to Season 1, where to switch over to a Queen of the Forest build, it costs you like, I think around 80 divine. With this one, it comes out to about 15. So pretty affordable, pretty fun. Yeah. Enjoy the video. I got a video of the trial where Xerox trial with both boons, and we're cruising in at 114 movement speed. Cool. Enjoy it. Peace. I'm going to shoot the part of the video. Okay, ready, set, go. Okay, so I have this is the second defenses boon. The first one is a 30%. So with the Lustrous Lacquer, that's another 50, so it's 80% increased defenses. With the 30% one, I have 78% movement speed. Without the first one, I was at, I think, 68%. So now we're at 78. With this guy, we should be over 100. Yeah, 114. So not bad. It's still not super fast like how we used to have it, but I mean, we can't like, you know, beggars can't be choosers, I guess, but still not bad. We're still playing the Vision. All right, so let's go see. Test of time. This should be fun. I got a timer running right now. We're at 24 minutes, but you know, yeah, that's slow. I know. Key. I'm kind of taking some liberties here. We don't need any more sacred water, so I guess I could go here. Let's just take this one. Palace. So not bad. 114. I kind of overestimated. I was hoping we'd be at like 130, 120, but it's still good. We're not getting that like that crazy insane 300% movement speed though. It was almost too much. It was too much movement speed. We were like forgetting where we were. See this now, at least like, you know, you still kind of know where you are. It's pretty fun though, I'll tell you that. Oh my god, he's out of range. Rinder, yo, what's up, dude? Welcome in. We're on the, we got the 2 boons, so this is max speed. Fast and furious, dude. Quarter mile. Alright, where's the last one? Is that it? Okay, that's it. It's the Return of the Queen build. Yes. I was looking at that fountain. I was like, should I go to get that fountain? Come on. That's fun. Oh, sweet. I'm slow and bloody at the moment. What do you mean? Why are you bloody?
I need more time.
Is that good? Okay. I'm running blood elements, baby. Oh, gotcha. I should probably play another class at some point in time. I don't know when, but one of these days. Escape. Okay. I have to try something because someone was saying that the Ignite passive node on the Infernalist is really good. And that's the one that gives you increase Ignite magnitude, like your allies or your minions and yourself damage. Your damage increases Ignite magnitude. They said it was good, but I didn't try it when I was playing the Infernalist, so I gotta check it out. Is that it? No, that was it. Bro is on YouTube too. Who is me? Jesus? I'm on both places at once? Are you talking about Rinder? I'm on Lich still. I got bored of Tactician. Oh yeah? Oh, how was that? How was Tactician? Is it worth it? Because that was another thing. Like, there's a couple things I want to try, but like, I want it to be good, dude. I don't want to like spend 3 days leveling just for it to like not be good. Not sure. Like the banner give 40% movement speed, but you have to dump them every few seconds. Is it annoying? It's Dave. Oh no shit. Jesus Rasta, that's your name, Dave? Nice. Welcome in, dude. 2 places at once. Gauntlet ritual. Cause like, I don't know. I mean, I want to try it. Look how fast this shit's moving. I'm fast, bitch. I'm fast. Okay. Big chunk of attack damage. Big all Ellie res too, but they also give armor and evasion. But they are 1 second to cast and just kind of repetitive. Ah, okay. It's a little annoying. Yeah, I kind of want something that's like, you know, it's got good quality of life. It's not like... Oh, shit. You gotta hit a stupid trap. Where's the thing at? Is that it? Do I have to go there? Is this where I go? How do I do this? Oh, it is. Can we make it? Can we make it? Oh, we made it. Nice. Look at all this bullshit, dude. Look at this fucking shit, dude. Who designed this? What are you doing, bro? Why are you making it like this? So I'm back on the Lich, and I'm running Boots of Valor with 7 blood elements with 53k tooltip DPS each. Damn, what are blood elementals? 7 blood elementals. What's a blood elemental? I don't even know what that is. That's a lot of damage though, dude. 53k tooltip DPS for 7 of them. That's like 500,000 DPS. Yeah, you can only specter those as chronomancers. Oh, okay. That reminds me of another dude's comment. One guy was like, how is your tooltip DPS only 28k on the storm mages, right? He's like, mine is 45. And I'm like, bro, a better question is, how the fuck is yours 45k? How the hell do you have 45k tooltip DPS, dude? And then he still hasn't replied. Like, tell me. Teach me how to play. Teach me how I can have 45k DPS, tooltip DPS without having to use my credit card.
A great challenge overcome.
Yeah, right? Dude, tell me. Tell me, bro. Or at least make it a joke and then send me an emoji of a credit card so I can laugh. I'll just take this shit. We could get Sacred Honor. Or we can get more, Sacred Water.
Use that well.
Oh, it's already the boss. Fuck it. Never mind.
This battle is our sacred.
Come, Taljali. I shall
Okay.
act your
Fuck.
fate.
I'm not supposed to damage him, right? If I don't want him to, go into the minigame?
Rid yourself of your delusions. The hour grows late.
Oh, nice. There he is. Cool. Yeah, my honor is 19k. 19k honor. Okay, so yeah. So that's it. That's the build. We are at 114.7 movement speed. I think after a roll it's 116. 117 after a roll. Yee, Brahmahovic. What's up, dude? 45k with 4 times sigil and offering. Oh, gotcha. Well, yeah. Dude, with sigil 4 times offering, I'm at like 73. I'm at 73k tooltip DPS. But he said 45k base arc DPS. That's a lot, dude. 45k. I don't know how you have that. But yeah, welcome in, dude. Good to see you again. But yeah, so this is the build, right? Movement speed. Our evasion is really high. Look at how much evasion we have. We have 91,000. Right? 95% increased evade, or 95% chance to evade. Outside of here, I think it's at 72k. If only this chest wasn't 800 move speed gives 1%. If it was even like 600, it would be pretty good. Let's go see what it would be if we had 600. That's a lot. I know, it's fun. If it was even 600, dude. Like if you had, what was it, 91? So if you do 91,771 divided by 600, see, we would be at 152 already. So we would still be rocket shipping around, but it's 800. It's a lot. It sucks. It sucks and it makes me sad. But yeah, enjoy the build. Try it out. Peace out. Bye.